crafters, oh my goodness, I know some of you think that I don't design dies anymore or whatever. That's not the case. I still do that, but I truly enjoy designing with my 3D printer. Well, okay, before I get any angry responses, the 3D printer of my husband. uh, I gave it to him, for people who don't know, as a present for his birthday. But yeah, he seems to having problems coming up with ideas, and my brain is exploding with ideas. So, as you all saw a few months ago, and it's still very popular, I designed this bow shelf. This is one of my first test models that I did back then, and it didn't have those holes to hang it up onto your wall, so I needed to use these screw on things. But I can assure you, if you buy the file, or if you want me to print it for you and ship it to you, there will be holes in the backside like this. And this is a new one I made, and it's a butterfly shelf. And sorry, I will show you the holes in a second because they are in another one. My brain can't keep up with what I tried to say in English. But yeah, this is a butterfly bow shelf, and I think it's absolutely adorable. Yeah, it's a very big um, area. You can enlarge it. People with a 3D printer know that that's not a complicated thing to do. I print it in this size. It's about 20 centimeters. And for the people who have a brain that works in inches, it's about 7.5 inches. But yeah, I absolutely love designing new items and new stuff. For example, another wall shelf, and it's this house. And what I wanted to say with those holes, see, those holes are in the back, so if you hang it up on your wall, you will not see them, how they are attached to the wall. Is that, well, it's a blind attachment. That's how we call it in the Netherlands. Maybe in America different, I don't know. But I think this is so cute. I printed it in pink, but I think in all colors it would look amazing. Imagine having this in rainbow colors against your wall. For the people who do 3D print themselves, I just wanted to point out I glued these onto the house, so this rim is an option. I printed it out twice, stacked them on top of each other, and glued them against the house. So everything else is attached except for this border, because I know not everybody likes more that scallopy border feel, whatever. However you call it. So then I got asked to make a Steamboat Willie. And it's a glue bottle holder, and it holds, and I made a video of it, but I think it's so cute. It will hold the bottle with the sharp nose tip. So yeah, I think it's so cute. Let me see if I can show it to you. I didn't attach this part now because it's a runny glue, but trust me, it fits even the tacky glue bottles. But if you put this one on top of the bottle, it will still fit inside, and I think it's such a cute one. And after I made that, everybody was saying to me, oh, he needs a friend, he needs a friend. But Steamboat Willie didn't have, as far as my knowledge, a girlfriend back then. But just to see if I was able, so let me be very clear, I'm not selling her. I made him a friend, and I think she turned out so cute. This still has copyright, so I can't sell it, but for me it was just a challenge to see if I would be able to design one. Even the bow is 3D printed, and it has the same hole in the back. But yeah, together they look so cute. Oh, maybe I'm the only sucker for Disney stuff. I don't know. And then Miss Alabama, your wishes came true. You asked me to design a cute bobbin for, I hope I pronounced this correctly, bias bending? I'm not sure. Something to do with sewing. So I designed this one. I will show you in a second the other one. But I had a little fail with printing, and you can see it very faintly. The white has some black in it, and that has to do with me not flushing enough before it starts another color. So then I had to fix my little mistake and called them cat bandits. Well, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade, they say. But yeah, I made some cat bobbins, and if you wind up your or sewing material like ribbons or lace or whatever, they look like this, and they fit on top of your machine, and they spin around while you are sewing on the trim or whatever it's on your bobbin. But I think they are so cute. I don't have these in my Etsy shop yet, but if you want, I can add them. Just make sure you're not making the same mistakes I do, and put your flushing numbers up higher. For the people who 3D print know what I mean. And then I took weeks. I think I took 3 or 4 weeks to design it, because the first one I made was an epic fail. I even have... Do I still have that one? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Then I can show you the difference between the final model and the model I made back then. This was the first model. I wanted to make a craft trolley, but there were a few things in 3D printing I never ever experienced before. Not that I 3D print for a long time now, but I didn't know that the problem were flat, big, rectangular or square surfaces. If you look closely, you can see that it's all bended on the bottom, and that has to do, it's a very technical story, but it has to do with the bottom plate is heated, your build plate is heated, and your filament cools off along the way. So when your printer is up higher printing and putting down a layer of new filament, it pulls up onto the sides, and it pulls them up. So I bought new plates and other filament, and I tried every trick in the book, but I couldn't get the bottom to be straight. It kept on bending up, and so I printed, I believe, 2 or 3 partial of these boxes, and then by then I saw them already bending up, so I stopped the printer. To keep a very long story short, it was a drama. So then I started, I need to put this one away before I show you the original one, or the final product one. I figured out that when I put some rims around it, when I put exact temperatures and that stuff, that I could get it to print perfectly. So after many hours of redrawing it, because I started all over, you can see the size difference between the two. This one is way larger than this one. I finally made it, and my biggest pride, because I never ever designed something like that, it has a pull-up handle. so like a real trolley, and it can go down to again. So that's something I was so proud of. Experimented a long time with it, and I made a lid that can fold open so you could put your goodies inside. I've made some side pockets, and I put some wheels underneath it, and it works perfectly, as you see. So yeah, this was my pride and joy when it was ready. And yeah, it's a very popular design now in my Etsy shop. So thank you for everybody who already bought one and is already printing one. Yeah, that makes me the most happy and proud of the things I design. So, last but not least, and let me first grab a piece of the tape so you have an idea on what I mean. There's a kind lady called Virginia. Virginia, thank you so much. She was so sweet to send me this package of double-sided foam tape. And it comes from a dollar store in the US. She sent me 3 packages, and I was over the moon to get them because I got so many requests from you guys to make a box for it, a dispenser. So what I did, and you will see that in my next video, I made a paper version for it, so people who papercraft and don't want to do anything with 3D printing, there is a paper version for the box, and it's totally different than the 3D printed one. The paper version, excuse me, I needed to sneeze, sorry. The paper version is available at KS Craft, just so you know. But I made also a 3D printed version, and here it is. So you can pull on the tabs, and it opens from the back. You can add 2 rolls in it. This can come out completely. I'm not going to fuss with that now, but you can change your rolls. And I know there are versions in 4 or 5 or 6. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it at 2 because you can always print 2, then you have 4. If you print 3, you have 6. So you can multiply the number of rolls you want to have handy yourself. I thought 2 was a good number, so that's why I made a container or a box or a dispenser, however you want to call it, for 2 rolls, and they come out. Let me show it. I think that's the best way. They come out very easily. There is a divider in the middle of the box, and yeah, it's super popular. I already sold a lot of these prints to people all over the world, so I know they hold way more rolls of double-sided foam. I just wanted to show you which one I've put in mine. So, this is all the 3D prints that are new. I also wanted to show you very fast this one. It's also very popular. It's a memory dex tray, and a lot of you like it a lot. And I've seen so many people printed them and dressed them up, and it's very sturdy. It comes with the, how do you call that, the tracks for your memory dex cards. So yeah, if you want to see what I'm making, I'm working on something new again already. I will show that in the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for still following me, despite the fact that I show a lot of 3D printing stuff. But it's because, yeah, I can't do it all. I do what I enjoy the most, and there are way more other people who are way more talented than I have, and have way more time to show you all the new dies and how they look when you create something with it. And before I forget, sorry that I interrupt what I was saying, I also made a new 3D holder set for your 3D tapes. I know I have another one in my shop, This one is multifunctional, so you can put it straight up like this and take out of your rolls. And I made them a little bit, how do you say that they can move around in the box. This way you can grab easier one of the rolls that is inside. If I would make it like this, you have a hard time to getting out one of the middle rolls. So that's why I made them a little bit like they can shift, and it lets them be taken out very easy. And I store mine like this because I have a window sill close by, and for me it's very easy to take them out like this. So yeah, that's a new one because I know the 3D tape roll holders are super popular as well. So I wanted to show you this one as the last item. So enough rambling. I wish you all a nice day. Thank you so much for watching my video. I wish you all the best and a lot of creativity, a wonderful summer, and a big hug from me. Bye.